Relax. Don't do it. Pausing that song. Anyway, it's midnight. Actually, wait. It's midnight in my bathroom. According to my stove, it's only 11:52. Good. Or 53. Tomorrow is a HeadFi meet. There's a Philadelphia HeadFi meet. And representing the Zeos of the internet at HeadFi is important because that place mostly hates me. And I got lots of interesting little shit to show off because I don't just want to bring everything. Everyone lists all the stuff they're bringing, and I usually don't decide until like the minute before because everyone brings everything they have, but Zeos can't possibly bring everything he has because he'd need a truck. I'd need a truck, wouldn't I? And I'm bringing one or two borrowed items, like the Quest dial. 400i was loaned to me, and I think that'll be safe. I don't like to bring other people's borrowed headphones. I usually have to ask explicit permission before I do that. What do you want, baby? What are we doing? We're not wanting love. Okay, so she's just like, scream! Look, but don't touch. Anyway, headphones. This is the sum total of what I've decided to bring. The heavily modified, good, yeah, M1060s. So with the phaser arrays, the 3D printed phaser arrays, and the thinner foam. The T60 RPs, which I basically arranged to purchase. The Ether C flows, because why not? My 2000Xs, because they're classic. They're classic. I love those things. My new 660Ss don't. The monoprice retros, because frankly, when you go to a HeadFi meet, you know what they're not going to have? $13 or $16 set of headphones that, you know. And these are newly, freshly modified to run balanced, which I'm excited about. The T20 RPs, which is important. And then the fucking GoPro died. Anyway, the T20s, if I had to pick just one thing to bring to this thing, with the T20s, Emotiva A100 Basics. Because I don't think anyone's ever heard T50s or T20s. I kind of want to run the T50s too, but fuck it. T20s, T60s, and 8 watts a channel at 50 ohm. I don't think not enough people know that the page 11, what a page 11 sounds like. This is a page 11. So I'm packing things up, obviously, in my Plano. They're not gun... Actually, it says gun guard. So I guess they are gun cases. I just like telling people they're cases, and you can put anything that isn't a gun in them, too. It's super weird when you walk into a building with, like, 2 gun cases, and it's like a computer show. What's going on? So, obviously, that's the best system. Interlocking 2 headphones. This way, it's pads, squeezing the fronts and backs and pads. Everything's pads, touching pads. This is an interesting little setup, too, where it's like, just grab it on and hold. So that's nice and safe and sexy. I'm going to try to get everything into 2 gun cases. I've never been able to do that before. It's always been 1 gun case with headphones and 1 just like box, and the box sucks. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it with this Mamba Jamba. You heard me. You'll notice there's a big pile of fuck all coming on here too. I'll explain. As soon as Chewbacca stops wandering around. You're freaking me out, baby. Your pacing is making me want to start pacing. Ooh. Oh. Is it midnight? Are you going to turn into a pumpkin? Are you a pumpkin? Anyway. So, how does... See, here's the thing. You go to a HeadFi meet, and people bring their 1 amp. Maybe there's 2 amps. Zeus is a fucking moron. So, I'm bringing my laptop. Here's my Lenovo laptop. It's got all of my music on it. Because I use BT Sync, which is now Roselio Sync, which just syncs from my NAS to that. Because that's what the reason I bought that laptop was it has a terabyte hard drive and I can keep 600 gigs of FLAC perfectly synced onto it. No optical output. Okay. So USB DACs. I have a thing against them a little bit. And fucking switching and swapping. So, fiber optic. The only thing in my house that converts from fucking USB to fiber optic is the Origin G2. So here's that. So I pulled it off my review desk. This is like the only one I have. I feel like I should have a second one now. So it's going to be Windows laptop, USB out, Origin G2. Fiber optic output of the Origin G2 into the spare, if you remember my video from a long time ago, my spare 3-way splitter for fiber optic, which has to be powered via USB, or any, well, USB plug would work, but I'm just going to plug this into my, I have 3 outputs of USB on that laptop, so I'm going to plug in the Origin G2 as a DAC. I'm going to plug this in for just power, and then I'm going to have 3 fiber optic outputs to use for different DACs. Now, the Origin is going to be there under the capacity of converting from USB to fiber optic, but it's also a fucking good headphone DAC. It honestly is. Fuck off. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I basically played the LCD-X's exclusively on that thing when I had it. Well, the Plus version. So that's one headphone amp DAC. The next thing we're looking at is the Quest Style, because it's basically self-contained in the fact that it has fiber optic input and it has outputs for RCA, so that's it. So this is going to be basically on its own, because we've got how many things? That's a DAC. The Geshelli Labs Enog is a DAC. I kind of want to show that off because no one got one of those. That's the key to lock this. The Geshelli Labs Enog is a DAC. And I'm bringing the Mini DSP HD, the one from my desk inside, which I've had to program to simply take fiber optic input and without fucking with anything, just give me 2 sets of RCA clean outputs. That's this job. And I could set it up with another USB plug to the laptop to control things, and I could have one set up to do whatever. It's complicated. This is complicated. So what we're looking at here is now, because I'm doing this video simply because I talk to myself a lot better when I'm recording. So laptop plugged into the Origin G2. Beautiful lights blinking. We're good on the Origin G2. Origin G2, that's one headphone can be plugged into that at all times. Probably, honestly, the M1060. Because I'm not going to be able to get all these to run at the same time. It'd be great. I could take my 8-way headphone amp that I have my laptop in my review space sitting on, the Tascam. I hate pulling that thing out because my laptop's on it and I got to remove the girls from it. It's a fucking mess. I bought it specifically to go to audio shows, to go to Headfi meets, and just bring 1 amp and just have, here's 8 headphones all playing at the same time, like a fucking shopping mall. But I'm stupid. Again, we're going to get back to the part where I'm stupid. So, things that have to be spoken for. Actually, the 2000Xs. See, here's the other crux of the situation is I'm a balanced whore. And here's my little breakout box. And here are all the sets of balanced cables I made to run. Well, this will run the 660s, have the red pair. The Ether C flows of the purple. The 1060s are the teal, and the 2000Xs are the yellow. Now that I've said that in my head, I want to go get the standard cable. Oh, Jesus Christ. The standard cable for the M1060s so that I could run it off of, that's plenty long, the Mica Origin. Or also, what am I running off the Origin? I could run the 2000Xs off the Origin. I gotta get the cable for that too, just in case. Because, I mean, I'd love to be able, if someone says, hey, I want to hear this balanced, so swapping cables out. So, 2000Xs. We're gonna die here. I love this cable, but it's too short. This is one of the original Periapp. Look at it, little baby one. So I'm probably gonna end up taking this guy, which is also short. Do I not have a? All right, so now, Alexa, set the office lights to maximum. This room is called the office.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. I should have this. Yes. Perfect. So now, this is what I'm taking for those. Is there another one? What are you? You're balanced. You're balanced. I don't think the Quest style. Ooh, she gonna go in litter box? Go in litter box. Go. I hate walking past her when she's by a litter box, and it's like, did I fuck her up? She gonna shit in my bed now? So now I could power the 2000Xs. It'd be wonderful if everything shared the same exact connector, wouldn't it? It would work too. Just take lots of soldering. So now I can run. I could also run out of those fucking. I brought my adapters. Here's my adapters, by the way. So I got a 2.5mm to balanced, and I got a 1/4 inch to balanced, because at least the Quest style has 2.5mm. Oh, and I'm bringing the fucking Q1, the FIO Q1 Mark II, because that thing's impressive, and I want people to hear that. This is what I was born to do, isn't it? Fuck. Show off shit. Just show shit off. I've also made a promise several times that I'm going to hook something up that just uses the Bluetooth connectivity between these two units. So I have to figure out, I've built, look, I got the shortest possible 3.5 to RCAs and then put gender changers on them. So I'm just going to, at some point, probably out of the secondary of the mini DSP. Which one of you is on send? Transmit and receive. You're on transmit. So you'd probably end up going, ooh, I'm going to have to do a balance check because it's not labeled. One of these. And also what I'd like to have done, and I don't know if I can do it without reprogramming this, is I don't have a way to feed an auxiliary in. Like if someone comes over to my setup, and I got all this shit, all of it hooked up, and they're like, hey, I have my portable Astle and Kern player, and I want to be able to hear this song on something. I've sat here staring at my equipment, and nothing, like, that does not have analog inputs. It's just digital inputs. That doesn't have analog inputs. That's the IESL for these stacks. But that's getting fed off of this. So the only analog input I'm going to really have is either on the little Q1 or through this that's getting fed out into something else. Do I even need, like, I don't even know how many things I need. This is honestly, it's midnight the night before. My car is parked outside. It starts at 11. I'm going to probably get there. I'm going to aim to get there for 10. Those cobwebs up there? Son of a bitch. All right, hold on. This is why Zeos videos are the best videos. Zeos doesn't give a fuck. Zeos is going to stop what he's doing to clean some cobwebs. Cobwebs in my brain. It's a fucking... Look at this. It extends and everything. People think I make videos for them. I make videos for me. So when I have Alzheimer's, I'm just like, oh, I remember that. Totally getting away with that. I don't think I've ever dusted up here. Nor have I ever seen cobwebs, so go figure that one out. Anything else? Good? Okay. Strange. Strange things are happening. Does it push this one? Yeah, there you go. It collapses. Collapse. I'm not doing what I always say to do, like I did for MagFest. I did a 2-hour video for MagFest where I brought the table in here and then I set up my entire computer, everything that I needed, like I was going to be there. And I'm not doing that this time, which is making it a lot harder for me to grasp. I got things I want to show off, which may or may... Like, I don't want to have just a DAC sitting there that's not hooked up to anything. My original intention was, okay, Origin G2 feeding out to 3 separate... Because I have a splitter that's 3-way, I'm like, okay, well that means I need 3 DACs. Do I need 3 DACs? Do I really need 3 DACs? Need them? What I don't really have is like a loose headphone amplifier. Because get this, so now I got the IESL, which is going to be specifically for power. Here, it's the IESL has like speaker power inputs, which I'm bringing this to show off the headphone output, but speaker outputs for the IESL, so that I could use the IESL to power stacks. But the IESL will also output fucking balance in the front of it. So now that adds... I'm trying to think how many headphones I can plug in at the same time. Burp. If I have the headphones plugged into the front of the A100, then the speaker outputs don't work. If you unplug those, then the speaker outputs work. Then this will power stacks and I don't want to have them plugged in at the same time. Again, another balanced set of headphones. But if I'm using this shit, I only have 1 breakout box, which means I should really go and get some more of the cables that'll do just 1 pair of headphones. So, like this one that I've had lying around. You'd work with my 660s. So I could use the breakout cable, the specific custom wires, and any number of headphones, or the 660s. And then here, this red cable is specifically a 2.5 millimeter that works specifically for my Ether C flows, and 2.5 millimeter will work on the Questyle or the FIO Q1. So now I could have 1, 2, 3 balanced pairs of headphones, all with different wires hooked up. And I have an output of balance here, an output of balance there, and another output of balance there or there. So that's good. Oh my god. Can I take a nap yet? I'm getting a drink. Maybe a liquor one. Maybe one that's like actually gonna calm my nerves. My nerves need calming. What do you come to this channel for? It's for this, I hope. Basically, I've got a jigsaw puzzle with no picture. The picture is yet to be determined, and then you haven't even turned around to look at this. Because it says he put a nice post, says make sure you bring this, 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 and this. 3 times he mentions power strips. And you know, it's a good thing, because I got to worry about power. Here's what I got. A fucking mess. Now, here's what I got. A loop in this for some reason. Oh, these fucking blue sons of bitches. I know you don't do anything. Little blue foams. They keep falling off. The power supply for the IFI. I need this power supply for the IFI IESL. Then I got a wall wart here. That takes over, and luckily for me, I have nothing but label makers. So, mini DSP gets powered there. I got these 2 big heavy plugs. One for the A100 and one for the Questyle. And finally here I got the Geshelli Labs power. What's missing is my laptop power, which is currently plugged in over there. But I have this adapter on the end, because like that's it's all I could fit. I can move this down, it won't matter, it won't fit that power adapter. So I got this splitter thingy, which I bought. These are $5 a piece, and they're worth every fucking penny. So it just adds on an extra plug to whatever plug. And of course, you got to bring an extension cord in case your, table's there and your plug is there. You're pretty fucked. So there's a 10-foot extension cord. So this whole conundrum, and what this is, it's a fuck all conundrum, has to come with. And if I didn't need to power anything, think about how much neater everything would be. So here's power for literally everything I've got behind me, right? Please say yes. Power for you, power for you, power for you, power for you, power for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ferris Bueller, you're my hero. Okay. This is just math killing me now. Geshelli Labs, check. Questyle A100, check. You're the mini DSP, check. And you're the IFI, check. This all makes sense. So why am I counting 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, I'm counting this. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was counting 7. I'm fucking done. Okay, this is gonna be a great day tomorrow. I may film the setup and talk about it and be. I don't like filming like in public. Like right here, it's just me and the cat, right? Chewbacca, she's fucking fine. But if I throw this camera on my head and I'm in a public space, I really don't feel like talking. It's not how humans should work. Anyway. Fuck. Oh. So, yeah, the retros are now only capable of being powered, balanced only, because I don't have a wire adapter to make it work with not balanced. Yip-de-doo. So they're locked into a balanced roll. Do I need the mini? Like what? Now, the simplest setup is going to... I should really just do this in terms of how the DACs are going to be set up and amps. So, I mean, forget about the Origin. Just forget it even fucking exists. It's fiber optic out. Forget this splitter exists. Just presume that all the things that have fiber optic are going to run. The Geshelli Labs is going to run. The mini DSP is going to run. And the Questyle is going to run. Now, the Questyle sits there on its own. It's doing its own thing. Things start and end there. I could use it as a outputting DAC. Like a full line out DAC. I could use it. And that would give me 2 RCAs there. The Geshelli Labs is 2 RCAs there. And the fucking mini DSP is 2 sets of fucking RCAs. That's 4 full stereo sets of RCAs. 4 full stereo sets of RCA outputs. Here's the fun part. The only 2 things that need fucking powering, and there's only 2, are the Questyle. Oh my god. Are the Q1, which is going to take a 3.5mm input, because I'm not using that as a DAC, and the fucking A100. So that's 2 down. That's 2 remaining. What are they going to? Because the IESL doesn't take an input of that. It's taking the powered output of that. So that's already covered. So I'm basically... I have 2 extra RCAs that don't need to be there? Should I just dump the mini DSP? Do I need the mini DSP there is the question. Because also, and I'm a big fan of not using splitters, and this will parallel in and out RCA. So even if I plug the Geshelli Labs into the A100, I have another set of RCAs that can come out and share the Geshelli Labs' DAC with something else. I think I'm clarifying my thoughts right now I think the mini DSP, I'd love to show off the audio quality of this at the show. Because I'm basically getting to the point now where it's like, just wanting to show things off, and I don't really need to. It's complicating my life. The mini DSP is this woolwort. Let's take you out of the loop. Because I think I don't need you. If I were doing something cool with this, I mean, one of the things I left out of the review of the mini DSP, I went over it, and I went over it for a long time. In fact, I don't know what the total length of the thing is, but I never talked about how you could have it set up on a desk, and then have it so that with the remote control, you could say, okay, 1, this side only, speakers. 2, okay, this side only, speakers, extra bass. 3, this side only, headphone amp. 4, this side only, headphone amp, no bass, crazy high treble, using it for shooters. Like, you could literally just set it up with 4 full equalization settings to be fucking stupid. I don't have it set up for that. It's basically just going to be a splitter. Now, that was also one of my only ways of inputting analog into the system for someone else to try it. And that's still the fucking case. This thing, it's basically going to come down to, oh, you want to hear your music? Okay, hold on. Because I'm either going to have to unplug the Shelly Labs and plug those RCAs or an adapter in. Because this thing, I wish the fucking Questel had analog inputs, and it doesn't. It's super annoying that it's a great DAC amp. It's fucking great. It's got no analog input, so it's just a DAC amp. It's not an amp. You can't use it as an amp. It's just, you're done. Oh, by the way, I'm bringing the Peri-Apt RCAs. Because look at those things. They're really expensive. No one's gonna buy them because they're really expensive, but they're fucking gorgeous. So now, I need another amp. I need another amp. I need another amp. Do I have another amp that I don't have to pull out of a box? I basically need another amp because I'm wasting my fucking time with all this shit. I'm not bringing the COS. That's an amp DAC. I'm not bringing any more DACs. I need another just pure amp. So either I pull my X7S out, which would give me another balanced, but balance isn't, I have my box of electrical wires. Balance doesn't get me anywhere because I'm running out of balance connectors for everything. But I could use it for 3 amp. Or, I'm not taking my tube. My tube is too much work. Anything else? Anybody? Fucking anybody, please? Notes? Noise? Ning? Nu? I mean, I could take the other... My other choice... Alright. In here is the head amp. The special edition head amp that's getting ready to just ship it back. Ship this back to its owner. To the head amp company. Or the ICANN is small enough and flat enough, and I have the power supply for it, and I can leave the remote. Or, actually, this TAC does not have analog inputs, does it? No, it's got outputs only, so this doesn't count. So, that doesn't count. I could bring this or this. That's basically the only headphone amps, like pure, dedicated headphone amps that I have just lying, like not hooked up to my cluster fuckiness over there. I need more stuff. That's all this comes down to. Zeos, you've run out of stuff. You need more stuff. Right? I'm delusional now. Very tired. Very, very tired. Because here's the thing. If I bring this, then I'm going to have to bring the fucking little HDMI cable, because people are going to want to hear this with the IESL, and it's going to be like, yeah, but if I bring just this, there's no chance of running balanced off it. That'll run balanced off it. or 1/4 inch, and it's got the tubes, and people are going to want to fuck with the tubes. I'm trying to make it nice and interesting for everybody, but at the same time, that unit alone, you could sit in front of it for 45 fucking minutes and still not know what the hell you're listening to. It's a pain in the ass. I love it. Pain in the ass. This is a simple answer. The best bet, the easiest thing to do would be to pull the X7S out. Problem with the X7S is I don't just pull that unit out and take a power cord. That thing's got that fucking huge 15-volt push-pull transformer that's mounted in the back. Literally mounted so it doesn't move. So I'm not taking that. All right, we're gonna. Shit. No, you're that's balanced, and people will have a balanced stack. Fuck it all. Okay. I'm gonna unpack the thing I packed. How bad? How good did I close this up? This bottom isn't as good. I'll open it from the bottom. That's the only way that my brain can work about, like, I hate redoing things. So I didn't actually close this tape up bottom. The factory did it, and obviously my tape's better than their tape, so I'm just gonna use this as an excuse to open this up. I'm pretty sure that's just a power cable, which I shouldn't need. Look how small it is too. This ain't a cheap thing. This is a $500 fucking amp. The Gilmore. So okay, now you sit here. Guns. Guns don't kill people. People with guns kill people. What's in here? Oh Christ, is it really that? I thought it was just getting plugged in. Oh, that would suck. Okay, so, well, now that is a thing. That is a big thing, too. Fuck. This could be so simple. I could bring just 1 amp. Just 1 amp. Fuck everything. Just 1 amp. Just 1 amp and a power adapter. But no, Zeos can't make things simple. Simple's boring to Zeos. So I'm going to leave this together. So here's... on off pre-outs won't matter. It's just it's 2. Oh, this has 2 inputs. There you go. So now I've got a way for people to listen to stuff on something. And I've even got this with the modified. I told them I was sending them back with the modified volume knob. So now I've taken out one thing. Will this fit? Yeah, it will fit if I move this down. I'm trying to get everything plugged in just to make sure it's all going to work. So now, okay, take the mini DSP out of the situation. I don't need another DAC. I won't even need 3 fucking of these. I only need 2. I need 1 DAC, 2 DACs. Do I even need 2 DACs? Now, I really want to show off the Geshelli Labs, though. I want people to hear it, even though the new one's coming out. It's going to be even better. So let's say I brought just that. If I just brought that, I have 1 set. You actually get balanced outputs with that. Balanced outputs of that would totally go into the fucking IFI. And I have the little short ones, and I can run a balanced input of that. But then this is fucking I want to kill myself. I'm just gonna blow my brains out. This is the type of effort that has to be expended at 12:30 at night before an event. It's not even an event. I'm gonna set up on a table, and I'm gonna have 5 people walk by and say, "I'll be done." But I feel like I need to do this right. I feel like I have a responsibility. I feel like I'm racking my brain way more than anyone else who's going to this thing is racking their brain. I'm going to blow my nose now. I'm just going to keep doing things until it all makes sense. Because I know what's going to happen. It's the same thing that's happened my entire life. I'm all fucking flustered and confused. I can't figure out the way things are going to go down. And then it'll hit me. And it'll all be clear. And it'll be worth it. as I keep pulling things away, I'm gonna keep adding things to the fucking menu. I'm imagining these both. I honestly don't know, by the way, if the balanced outputs and the unbalanced outputs work simultaneously. They should. They can't really detect what's going on. Gotta spit it out. Holy shit. Holy shit. It's gotta spit it out. It's gotta spit it out. It's got a fiber optic in and a spit it out. Okay. Does that help me? Does that help me? Not really. No. No, not at all. Because here's my thinking. I still do not want to install USB drivers for this, even if it's the only DAC there. Because I mean, this doesn't take up any space. This is spaceless. But maybe I could tell this whole fucking thing here to fuck off. Right? You fuck off, because I'll only need the single fiber optic adaptation from the origin. So the origin comes. This setup, this is my setup right here. This is my temporary setup at the desk. It's plugged into the power. It's plugged in power. I have this. Look, it's playing music. This goes in the back of it because it's got the 3.5 millimeter. And this outputs to the Quest dial. The Quest dial then becomes a SPDIF DAC. And it becomes a SPDIF preamp. It becomes a preamp. I got power headphones with it. Ooh, beautiful. Let me lower that volume down. My input is going to be set to optical only. I'll have 1, 2, 3 different outputs. I'm pretty sure you shouldn't play them at the same time. In fact, I think this does switch off. But then I get the added benefit of, okay, I can do RCA outputs. So the RCA outputs of this would then bounce into something. Let's say it's the A100. Out into that. Then I could bounce them out again into maybe the MPOW or that. Then the killer here is the single SPDIF output. The single RCA SPDIF could be fed into the Geshelli Labs. So let's number it. 1, 2, 3. That's it. Because then 2 could be wired to that, or 3 could be wired to that, and then 2 could be wired to that, or 3 could be wired to that. And then I've got the head amp, Gilmore. Okay. Is it okay? I don't fucking think it is. By the way, when you put this in, this is not going to push this down. You're gonna. I have the rubber padding, the yoga mat that I put on my desk. Basically, gonna lay this all out. I'm putting that rubber matting on top. It's gonna add enough pressure to keep everything from moving. So now, this is light, by the way, and I have to still put all these fucking wires somewhere. I may have to have a backpack. I may have to additionally add backpack. So now head amp. I'm gonna disconnect this. Now I just need to make sure I have enough wires. I know what's happening now. Do you know what's happening at home? Too fucking bad. Wait a second, you fucking moron. You fucking moron. Wait. Okay. I fucked up a little bit. So I went and grabbed... Yeah, I'm a moron. Okay, so one of these cables... I didn't even need to pull out my goddamn box. Man, I'm tired. So these fucking things... I'm taking the shorter one away. I don't need it. I thought the A100 plugged in with one of these. It does not. A100 plugs in with one of these. Just straight up fucking figure 8. So there's my A100. It's covered in a smaller wire. Bigger pile of no. I'm aiming for a big no pile. I don't need more RCA cables, basically, is what this comes down to. Now this is a 3.5 millimeter to 3.5 millimeter. That's I just left it plugged into this. I want to charge this. I want to let it run. Get this fucking glue off the back of it. I want people to be able to plug their shit into it. I love this little thing. This is a show-off tool. There's my balance plug. That's gonna only work through this. I gotta get all the equipment that's guaranteed to be coming. Ugh. Man, this shit is all heavy. And I'm pushing it there because the handle's here. So when I pick this case up, it's all gonna fall that way anyway. So that's fine. The Geshelli Labs can just, if I put it here and then I put this piece of foam on it, it's literally, that's what it's gonna do. Power's set. The head amp brick is now this giant as motherfucker fucking thing. Fuck, oh my god. Fuck you, head amp. Figure it out. I hope people at all these headphone meets understand and appreciate. Oh, my laptop's got to go somewhere. Usually I put my laptop in the case, but I obviously can't. And I really don't want to add anything to the headphone case because this shit's fragile, man. These are fragile fucking things. Those fuckers are sticking wires. So this is pretty much done. And I'm just going to leave it down. I'm not going to close it tonight because it does press on them. And it'll leave dents in the thing. So that's done. I'm not filming there. So you know, I went to the Philly Auto Show tonight. This thing performed admirably. A little weird out to play with the settings on this new one. Okay. That's no. So no. Units. I just want to see it all in here. So anything that's a physical hardware powering things, that's power. This is connectivity to headphones. I need the speaker cables to connect that to that, even though they don't need to be this fucking long, but fuck it. This is a connectivity fucking nightmare. This is a connectivity nightmare. I need this. I have a 1/4-inch adapter. Do I need more than one? I'm gonna get more than one. I'm gonna puke. I'd probably feel better if I just threw up. Okay, so now at least I have 2 1/4-inch adapters. One's on the Mica Origin. One's on the Origin. You're the adapter for this. How am I showing off the Bluetooth? Because I said I would, and ideally I could just... Maybe the head amp doesn't get connected directly. Maybe I take a $500 head amp, secretly plug it in with just Bluetooth, then take a $250 Geshelli Labs DAC, plug that in with Bluetooth, and then you'll just never see it. You'll see the back of the units look like this, but it's totally not connected. Because that's the joke. That no one's going to know. Because these things sound fucking... This analog to digital conversion, then sending via, lossy thing, and back, is just fucking great. It's going to take a little bit of tweaking because there's volume controls. So that could be that. So now I just need you. You're the connection between you and you. You and you are going to be connected with speaker wire. But I also have the wire I built here, which is the 4-pole XLR, basically extension cord. So I could also hook you up to you. Yes. Now, if I really wanted to be stupid, I could also bring the other IFI iCan Pro. I don't want to. That's too much. It's too much at that point. No. No. Stop it. No. No. Hell no. 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 The only thing I'm going to request that he do with these is, you see how you can unscrew the connector? And it's really pretty. It's like, just look how nicely it's put together. I'm going to say put some thread locker on this. Because every time I got to plug these beautiful connectors in, it just unscrews like that much, and it feels cheap. I mean, I'm not saying to glue them closed permanently in case you need to repair something, but thread locker, just so it doesn't do that. That's super annoying when things start unscrewing. So you and you are connected with RCA, this RCA. You and you are connected with speaker cables. You and you are connected with Bluetooth. And then you are connected with a 3.5mm, which I have a fuck ton of now. I have this one, which is just Amazon basic cables, and then this crazy HOSA right angle bitch, which may or may not be good. But then I also have the headamp Gilmore, which needs, for people who want to show up and listen to something, they could switch to B, which will be this thing, which is a 3.5, which is the one that came with the Swan M200 Mark IIIs. This is the best. This is the feel of it, the length of it, the way it flows. It's great. It's fucking great. So you're good. I basically don't think I need this 3.5mm to 3.5mm. Basically, unless, no, why would you need to use this? The only reason you need to have a 3.5mm by 3.5mm is if you wanted to input to the FIO Q1 from a portable player, which I don't think anyone's going to want to do. Any other reason to keep this? Any other reason at all? It's gone. Besides, I think I have one of those in my car. So now, why are you here? This is not a tape. This is a table not for you. You are a connectivity to headphones thing. So you go here. 2.5mm to those headphones. XLR, quarter inch. I'm gonna call that all quarter inch, even though that one's missing an adapter. But I could share the adapters. I can't have that many. How many quarter inches can I actually run? 4. That'll do a quarter inch output. That'll do a quarter inch output. You won't, but I can get an adapter for you. I could legitimately run 1, 2, 3. Will you do? No, 3, so 4. 4, I could run 4 headphones basically at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the only unit here that's not able to do it is this is the only thing that's actually a true DAC, just a DAC, is the Geshelli Labs. Now, I do need, I know what all the, I need a single RCA to power the Geshelli Labs DAC. Those are little short ones. Am I gonna go, I don't know how big my they say to be real tight on the desk so you could have like 7 guests. Fuck that. I'm Zeos the motherfucker Pantera. I can't afford to not just be a gross motherfucker that takes up everything. Besides, where am I putting these hard cases and shit? So I'm probably taking over an entire desk. I'm gonna get there at 10 a.m., which is an hour before everyone even supposed to show up. I'll help set up, just steal a desk, steal a crazy good spot. I need a single RCA cable for that. I have these little short ones, and they literally are SPDIF cables for coaxial digital. So I mean, it's not saying much if I just go out of this and into, you know what? I'll have to make it long enough. It won't matter. Especially if I'm doing the thing where that's not actually wired to the head amp. It's not going to be actually wired to the head amp. Because I'm going to use coaxial. Okay. So now I've got fiber optic in, coaxial out, coaxial in, RCA out to fucking Bluetooth, Bluetooth in, 3.5 millimeter to RCA in. That's fine. Then I'm going to have you feeding you and you feeding you, and that could actually be another output that's going to feed to that. So I definitely need two 3.5 millimeter. I can use either one. I'm gonna wait. What do I need a 3.5? I need. This could be for if. All right, so I'll make this the guest one. This will be for if guests show up with their thing. So this goes to the head amp. I'll make the Swan one go to the Q1. Just because it's a straight plug, it'll be a lot easier and lighter than that fucking monstrosity. That's doing its own thing. But if the Bluetooth stops working, or if it just, then I need another set of RCAs. So then I need another full set of RCAs. And I'm looking where I keep my full sets of RCAs, and there are none here. Where the fuck are my RCAs, you piece of shit? What did I use them in? Oh, I know where I used them. I used them in my god. Did I really run out? Did I buy a bunch? Sure I did. 1, 2, 3. Go kill me. 1, 2, 3. Go kill me. Now, so I guess, what am I looking at here? Fucking raining? Fuck. It's fucking raining. Okay. These might be too long. If I need to do it, I'm basically taking 3 of these now. Okay. One pair. So this is what I'm using to hook up the head amp to the Geshelli Labs DAC. Magic. And if the magic fails or I get bored of the magic, real RCAs. And that's to hook up the Geshelli Labs DAC. It's nice and warm. To this, which is our only, this is our main DAC, bounce feeding into the Geshelli Labs DAC. Because this only has one RCA output. Now it'll be another RCA output. So that's that. Head amp. This. Just adapters for the fucking sake of it. You don't count. You're a headphone amp. You're a headphone cable. So what headphone? Now I think I've figured out how this is working. I'm so glad that you guys all understand it too. You'll see tomorrow. Oh, I'm gonna puke. I went to the bistro next door. It was delicious. The stacks are just, the interesting part's gonna be not having anyone blow up my shit, because the way that fucking A100 is gonna work is it's pushing for the stacks, and it's also gonna be pushing out its own 1/4 inch. So if you put a 1/4 inch in, you turn it up, and you unplug the 1/4 inch, then it's gonna output. So I'm gonna have to babysit this whole setup so shit doesn't blow up. Do I need all those cables? Do I need all of those cables? I love having them all hooked up. So yes, but I need the stock cable for, where did I put it? This is the stock cable for the T60 RPs, which is not balanced. But because I'm using that one for the monoprice retros, and the T60 share the same balanced cable now. The one I built. The one that disconnects on both sides. The one that is the best fucking idea you fucking ever. Look at this 4-pole auxiliary thingy thing that I made this adapter. It's literally just an adapter. Which, by the way, this cheapo one doesn't work fully in the NFB 28. Like if you wiggle it, it goes out on the side. But it doesn't happen on my X7S. So then you go back in there. So you're very specific. This is a one in the. I'm pretty sure this cable and this system exists one in the country. Just fuck up my pillows while you're at it. So you're there. You're here. And I need this one for the T20s. T20s are not balanced at all. So they're just going to go in there. Basically all of these cables work for 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 colors here. We got 4 colors there. You are just hookup cables. Wow. There's just gonna be a massive motherfucking pile of motherfucking cables. I need. You, my bitch. You're for feeding the Q1. God. You're for guests. You're for hooking up from there to there. You're probably the most important cable, honestly, is this fucking fiber optic. The 3.5 millimeter mini fiber optic to fiber optic is probably the most important fucking cable. Because without that, I can't even start. Because I don't have a USB cable to even go. The USB cable for the Origin. How's my wallpaper? Good. It's the most important thing is the wallpaper is not fucking... Why is Chrome even loaded? Fuck off, Chrome. Telegram desktop definitely has full of porn. We're closing that. Hi. Hi. This all works. There's a. Oh, I have another little adapter, little baby adapter. I don't really. Do I have an extra fiber optic cable? I could use this instead. No. Oh, here's my Audio Quest. The Audio Quest 1/4 inch that was sent to me by Skylar, who designs the. He designed the Nighthawks, and I sort of bullshitted. I made a big stink about how the fucking 1/4 inch adapter didn't work because it was different, and I got my micrometer out and I was like, oh. So he signed a thing and said, here, try this one. It was cute. I liked it. It's a good gesture. Audio Quest has lots to make up for due to the fact that they're Audio Quest. And need I say more? You're charging. So now we've got rather large piles. I'm enjoying making this giant pile. Mung. Boom. And now get the lighter fluid, and we're just gonna bonfire the fuck out of this. Perfect. None of that's coming. That still has to get packed. This whole fuckery. Oh, wee, yo. Yo. Oh, actually, if I turn you sideways, then I put you there. Actually, if I turn you vertical, oh, that has a button. I'm not really worried about this stuff too much. Like, that's not going to fall. This is the heaviest part. All right, where's my... And I'm going to put this stuff down on the table first, because it's usually some shitty wooden tables. And they can... I like putting my headphones down on this, because it's just, well, it's nice stuff. Let's see how well. Should probably actually lock that one. This thing is fucking heavy. Oh, that's definitely moving. Okay. I have a choice. I am Dario Naharis. I always have a choice. That was you, I think, sliding around. Do I literally place those wires in here in strategic spots to keep this stuff from moving? Because it could. If I just put wires on this, and that'll push down and it'll be done. Let's try it. There's a good firm pile. You'll work. Actually, if I put this down first, guarantee we don't have any metal connectors or anything damage anything. There we go. Because I mean, this is foam. That's gonna push. Actually, it's got plenty of room. Didn't even like the form. We might be able to do this. Might be able to get all of this on here. That's thick. That's probably not gonna need it. The head amp over here. Let's see. Perfect. This is actually going to work out great. Okay. So let's add more here. This is how we do it. It's Friday. Okay, what colors we got? I need to leave the purple. Just separate them. Since we don't need to crush them down, just make sure the ends don't get smashed too bad. Anything that's going to break this box is just tuck it away. Tucker Carlson. These are doubled up, tripled up. Oh yeah, it's perfect. That's fucking ideal. You just have to remember how we did all this so that tomorrow when I'm leaving, I could fucking undo. Undo. You hear me? Do is great. Undo even better. So here's my two Bluetooth receivers. They're not getting crushed. Okay. None of that is necessary. That's 5 or 6 pieces of hardware. All the associated wires that are not power. Power wires are there. If I really wanted to get dicky, I would get it all in there. But this thing's gonna be heavy. This is gonna be heavy as fuck. Like, I don't know if you people understand how heavy fuck is, but fuck doesn't weigh a little. Fuck weighs a lot. Oh, yeah, that's 50 pounds. But nothing's moving now. Chuck all that in here. I mean, I could, but no. Now the headphones need a little bit more respect. And the headphones are at least thick enough that you could see they stick up a bunch. So putting this down, yeah, the whole thing is like, Tucker Carlson. I've done it before, so I'm not like worried. I'm not like, oh my god, I'm gonna crush it. It's going to push down on these headphones. It's going to squeeze them down. The stacks are actually probably the perfect thickness. They get squeezed the least. Alright, again, I'm just closing the lid. They don't need to be pressed overnight. I'll click, click, click that shit tomorrow. And now, I need a place for my laptop and all the power accessories. So that means coming in here into the darkness. No, it's definitely got to be a backpack. There we go. And this backpack's good because it has 2 sections. 1, 2, a big fat fucking padded one for the laptop itself. So in the very front, put some stuff in the very front. The less it smashes up against the laptop, the better I'll feel. Okay, all this can get unplugged from this. This can stay together. So here, your front brigade. I want to be able to go into the place with one, just dying. I'm gonna be dying. It's gonna be 2 fucking gun cases and a backpack. Heavy that's gonna be a light gun case, and that's gonna be a heavy motherfucking long gun case that's gotta go up a winding staircase. This is the 3rd time I'm going to this event, and that staircase never gets any wider, ever. Okay. It's a beautiful loft. Needs a wider staircase. Make it happen. I am taking still everything here. The IFI. You're coming. Geshelli Labs. By the way, get a fucking label maker. You're coming. Now this is Quest Style and A100. You're coming. That's literally that. How bad is this? Because you can feel if it's like a rocks. Oh, that's good. I'm glad I left that there. Oh, I have to charge these batteries. Why are my keys here? Fuck. Okay. I'm basically ready. Laptop has to be packed. Laptop, and I guess the Origin goes in here. Just because I didn't have it. So, my main thing now, before I go to bed at fucking 1 in the morning, if I go to bed at 1 in the morning, is double check the laptop is ready to go. As long as see, that's the beauty part about fucking coming out of an Origin G2, which is a new working unit with good drivers, is that as long as that works, everything else is going to work. Everything else there is just relying on the output of fiber optic from this. And it's fiber optic is universal. It's just going to work. Is it going to work? It's going to work. How do you know it's going to work? Because it's fiber fucking optic. Spitif. Unless you're coming out of a weird TV and you don't know how to set it to like PCM only, or stop bit streaming, you'll be fine. So thank you for assisting me in this. We've been doing this for over an hour. This is over an hour long video. But that case is closed. I've got a couple of things I took out. Took out the mini DSP, took out the fiber optic switch. I was like, oh, I'm all high and mighty Zio's gonna do it. No, it's fine. It's fine. So I'm 2 cases and a backpack and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. So it's time to plug this in my chew bucket. And why is there a mouse pad there? Okay, chew bucket. Say goodbye to the internet. Or good night to the internet. No one says goodbye to the internet. This, by the way, is my charging station for the cat. And we'll continue on the build of these Swan DIY 3.1s at some point. Now to go charge this GoPro and pack that laptop up. Good night. Sandwiches. Headphones and sandwiches. 4XX. I don't know. Old AKGs. These are the hyper modified Grados. I don't think they're actually Grados. No, they're completely something else. Avio, and then more hyper modified Grados with things and stuff.
The headphones are in there too.
Oh, serious case. You always want a case that'll survive war, you know, and you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, this thing's been shipped about 100 times.
Okay. Bull. This. These. Four, 5, 6.
So we've got 3 full trays, thank you, sir, of Italian turkey and roast beef, and all the seeds here, hot peppers. No, well, it's 11. It's coming up on 11. I figure people are going to get here, set up, eat, and then listen. So the sodas are just getting on ice now. They'll be a little while before they go cold. But it comes to ice anyway. Oh, yeah. I mean, it was crazy last year. I ordered food for 20 last year, and it was gone in half an hour.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was crazy. And then they're like begging me to order more. Okay. That's exactly what the pizza shut down the pizza. The pizza place doesn't deliver. So I had to walk over and get it.
Okay. Extra charge phone. This is $1 there.
Yeah.
On you put it on, it was gone. We're in the same lot. Which one? 147?
Yeah.
This got better ratings. Better ratings than we did.
Yeah, but I get my Sigma stuff at like half price. Because I'm typing Sigma.
There's some issues with that one. The ratings were high. Now we can't get that price. Right?
There are issues.
Laptop.
I haven't heard that much in the way of issues. I've heard people do that.
Okay, guys.
I checked it.
To be a bro, I'm going to use my extension cord because that person is going to definitely get a place.
This is my third camera on. I got the 15, the 30, the 70, the 200.
This.
Yeah, I got my grip on it. It seems to work fine.
It actually fits good.
Yeah, I don't have any
It's a
issues.
good fit. Nothing, no problem with it.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
waiting for the battery cover.
Wi-Fi is the domain name is PhotoLog, and the password is the address here, which is all one word.
Oh, I'm not going to let you hear that because I can't let you hear the password. Okay. Should have brought a flashlight.
Is that something in the red truck? It's yours? Yeah, that's not going to fly. The guy thinks you want to get into that garage at some point today. Yeah. So my best suggestion is that one block off is to go to the training station right now. Okay, I'm going to my drive. Well, the parking the train station is free on the weekend.
Zio silently does things.
Justin,
Yeah.
where's your car? Still on the track?
Yeah. Did that truck move yet?
No. That's your Honda? Come on. Yeah, that's fine. Anybody else, I mean, we're full of this. Anybody else, I'm going to have to send over to the train station.
Cool.
It works. Yeah, I mean, So, yeah, he just moved that truck.
Okay.
Yeah, when I saw your email there, I'll just bring on one piece only.
What's that?
I'll bring on one piece.
I like the Mac. How do you like it?
To be honest, it's fantastic. The back is not the best, but the fact I can drive good bookshelf speakers and my hands from it at the same
Sweet.
time.
Yep. Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
Shelly
It's not
Labs.
quite at the same level, I'm sure, but they give you so.
Should have brought some extra cable ties. Damn
That
it.
powers the speakers for the studio normally, plus headphones. So one piece off.
I'm sure that combination is probably more capable for this than this. But what I love is at night when I'm listening, my kids are in bed, and I see the blue meters.
There's no time.
You said I can leave it here, right?
Okay, cool. No problem.
You said it's Sunday.
That's fine. No, I'm sure he appreciated your effort. Right, well, that's what I tell people. We'll unload here and then walk down to the, then take it down to the train station. So everyone else can have it. Fill up the lot.
That doesn't hit that.
Hey, lady.
Yes.
Did you track down that cable for GSX?
I will grab them all. How you doing?
You've also got the
Likewise. Are you loading stuff in?
Yeah.
Well, back here, just park like we're behind one of these cars somewhere, just to load up, and then park over in the train station parking lot. It's free on the weekends.
Oh, awesome. Perfect. Thanks so much.
Perfect.
What's up, guy?
Perfect.
How you been, man? I haven't seen you in a couple of years.
Peter does all the show.
I know.
Which is good because I couldn't do all the international things and everything anymore.
Yeah, too much, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you keep him busy, right?
Yeah, got some new.
I know Gary's waiting for an amp to review Dan's new headphone.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Says you're working
Yeah, I'm
on
gonna send one of these.
Yeah, all right, cool. Because we want to get that review up. He's been waiting. We'll probably have the first, besides June, the first review. June usually does videos. So what else is new? Take the dog. Where's the dog? I seen the dog in Rittenhouse Square.
Yeah, he's in the car.
Well, bring him up. We don't care.
I could once everyone's settled though, maybe. Because he'll run out the door.
Oh, we'll all run. Well, as long as it doesn't touch the food.
He's got the dog in the car, Lee.
I know.
He's gonna bring him
Yeah,
up.
I've got all the seats down in his bed and everything.
Here's the umbilical. And here is the
So long.
G-light, if you want to put that on.
Yeah, I'll probably leave this with you too, and
We'll do a
so you can maybe get all
do a
three of the
family
new-
shot,
new
yep.
items together.
Yep. I'm hoping you're just going to forget I have that.
What, Blue Hawaii? That's
No,
going-
no,
oh,
not the blue. I
that's-
don't think I've got any chance of you forgetting I have that.
That's going to California, to Gary Barker. We're reviewing.
But now this little bad boy is great.
Yeah,
$4.99.
We got a
What were you
review
doing
running
on
on that.
What are you doing
Ready?
on Mass Drop for this? was it
It
going
was
for?
It was $4.49.
$4.49
Yeah,
on
we-
Mass Drop?
We
Probably
got,
not doing
Organization.
the Mass Drop anymore.
Yeah, no, it's Mass Drop needs glitz. You need Blue Hawaii would do better on Mass Drop. It's cool looking.
But the people on there are assholes. Like the people who comment on there.
Yeah, they are. They're like Yelp.
Peter did a good write-up on that. I read the review and everything. Right now, we'll get that out for you.
It's like reviews on Yelp. It's like people get nothing better to base their lives
Yeah.
to slag people's stuff, and it's
Out.
I mean, Peter's headphone stands got. I knew he had them on there, but I never gone and read the comments on it.
bad.
Oh, it's some of the worst comments I've ever seen.
Wow, Mass Drop?
People are just commenting and they're like, "This is $5 worth of wood." And the stove stands right there. Like, it's $5 worth of wood. You can make it in 20 minutes.
Go ahead. Knock yourself out.
It should be $12.
If that's the case, make one.
You know, like you could buy a rip-off Omega stand for $20.
Yeah. Ken, absolutely.
Yeah.
They've
So?
had some issues too, or they were selling unauthorized record
that was a whole
with
big
the
separate
Mojo. It was an unauthorized transaction. They,
On Mass Route?
yeah, they
Mastercard
filed.
they bought
They
them
filed all
from,
the serial
from an Asian
numbers.
dealer. They bought them from an Asian
They
dealer.
removed
That
all the
happens a
serial.
lot. Yeah.
They removed all the serial numbers
Is this recent?
A year ago, maybe a year
about a
ago.
year
I
ago.
figured by now Mass Shop would have been past that kind of thing, doing that kind of stuff. And that's when they, I remember when they started out several years ago, they would basically, they go to dealers and they would try to
So
get
there's a four.
Well, they did. John Grado, I was up there with John at his place a couple of weeks ago. Told me that they went through a Singapore distributor for the Grado headphones on. And they found out who did it and they threw the distributor out. Because they sell at NAP. They're not
Do you know who it was?
Two more spots now.
somebody in Singapore that was distributing Grado headphones. That's what he told me. He said so, and he says people started sending in, like there were factory issues with it, and they weren't allowed to warranty because it was unauthorized.
Yeah.
You know? So now, you know, John Chen said, he told the guy, now it's gonna cost you $50 to send in the headphone plus whatever the repair is. He said, you're better off just buying a new headphone.
Okay. This.
You gotta be careful with them, you know? You leaving that, you're just selling the small amps direct now, you're not, no distributors with them?
For like this, Source AV in California is a dealer, and speakers, and got dealers in Taiwan and
Yeah.
Singapore and Asia. The thing is with the dealers in Asia is like they come and go. I'll get emails from these guys who say like, you know, I want to buy 12 Blue Hawaiis or something like that. And then they'll take half the order and then never hear from them again. And no, it's hard to know who these guys are. Like, are they real? Are they just trying to sell on forums or what?
You're gonna be in New York or
Yeah.
you're gonna be up there?
Peter will. You can what's it called?
It's Candy.
Yeah.
Left.
Yeah, I dropped out at the LA show this year, I'm not going to.
Okay.
The Irvine one, that they moved from Los Angeles to the airport. I just pulled out. It was, you know, she's moving slow, they lost the atrium. They're down to one hotel and, you know, kind of like worried that nobody's gonna go. So I decided to remove their name as a sponsor. I'm not sponsoring any more shows, I'm just covering them, better off. Yeah, but then I don't have to be responsible for the attendance. People I can't control it, so how can I guarantee it, right? So, but
Too big a stack.
it's good to see you back anyway.
Yeah, I figured, you know what, it's good for me to do one of these a year myself.
Yeah, and this is not too far. I just took you out of chat.
Where?
Where'd you end up staying last night?
The Warwick Rittenhouse.
Okay, downtown.
Yeah, it's not expensive. It's like $140 a night or something, but
Cheap.
they get you on the parking.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That's in the McCormick restaurant.
This.
Yeah, there's a lot of young ladies running around this place.
I'm gonna have to undo this. I didn't want to, but I have to
There
now.
when I was working with some of my friends.
Let it free.
I know I have a. Yeah.
Jack asked me to review that WA-33. So that'll be fun. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to Dan's headphones. We've heard it, all prototypes numerous times. That headphone now. Sounds phenomenal.
The photo loft.
So no, this is good. You know, so you drove up, it take 4 hours, 5 hours.
Well, to Philadelphia.
So dark.
It's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.5.
We're on fixed output
I was
for the
surprised it was
DAC.
like another 45 minutes
Yeah.
I think it's faster.
I live right over the bridge in South
Doing
Jersey.
this to you.
14 minutes to South Philly. And it takes me about an hour to get there.
Yeah, I think if you can, I think going back will be faster because you can avoid the whole.
Well, it's not, there's no traffic coming up, except for weather.
It's kind of like everything with it's meant so that you can actually take it on location so you can
You're here.
Yes. Alright, so you're all set up?
35 guys except today.
Do you remember what he said? The 403, the
No, repeat
Wi-Fi.
question. Don't repeat people asking.
I don't know. The Wi-Fi?
It was the address, so I'm not sure. It might be the whole
Have a
street address.
What's the Wi-Fi code, Lee?
No.
No, it didn't work.
there's a piece of paper going around. It's
403 Northwest.
No, look at it.
just like you'd write an address, all one word.
I was close then.
Let's see.
Wi-Fi?
1, 2.
There you go.
I put E on
There we go.
Got less people this year, Lee?
Don't know. So you're showing up. Still 5 minutes till it opens.
I'm just saying.
We have about 25 say they're coming.
What's up, Scott?
Turn those on. Put this here because this is important. It really doesn't need them. What's it called though?
I don't know, for this lift, it looks like it's working fine.
What needs power? This needs power. Where are you? Where are you? Okay. You. You're a guest. Listen on the head amp. Just listen there. You. Just dumping the excess down.
It's a USB to pay for the recharge. I mean, you can live without it. It makes a fraction of the difference.
B port. What a weird mess this has become. Don't drop the Gashelli Labs. Don't drop the Gashelli Labs.
Kind of thick, warm lushness.
Other way. Down. Okay, that's fine. You come out. Mess. Here.
So yeah, you know, over time I figured out I don't like YouTube, this thing is a drive figures well. I just prefer these. I had fun out too, you know, turn the phone over, power, anything.
Just for the power.
You still want this?
Yeah, if you don't mind, just pop it over here. Actually, probably have to guard people from walking and yanking that up. Your wires look harder to deal with than mine. Barely. Thank you. Here. When you actually ship that, what do they charge you to ship that?
Well,
Does it have to go freight or no?
No, it's fine for ground shipping.
Really?
Yeah. There'd be no extra charge as long as it's under 70 pounds for UPS or FedEx ground.
Actually, you know what? If you're gonna leave that there, that's fine.
Okay, like if it was shipping here from Virginia, it would probably be about $650 maybe.
650?
No, 50.
Wow, 50.
Building super just got the call from SEPTA saying the car. So if you could move it down, that would be awesome. The ramp is open.
Okay. Here's your
Wi-Fi.
where did you say the box was at Peterson?
Right there.
This is all lovely. Nothing here is a headphone yet. Now the hard part comes. Actually, now the part comes where I brought these in case I wanted to bypass the Bluetooth. Bluetooth, which I'm hiding. These should work for 8 hours. I'm just going to turn them on right now. Come on. Perfect. Turn this all the way up and turn this all the way up. I'm going to have to do some testing on this, make sure I'm not overdoing it. Look, it's hidden. You don't know what that is, and you don't know what this is. Shut up. Let's power it all on, I guess, right? Well, actually, first things first. This. These are extra. These are all just headphone connections. No, it's not mine. But yeah, he's moving his car. But I mean, I would take a picture, but I wouldn't use it yet until he gets back to.
I don't think so. My name was Guy. What was your?
Steve.
Steve, you told me that already. What was your full name?
I'm Zeos Pantera.
Cool.
All
Good to meet you.
How you doing? Yeah. So I'm gonna try to keep as much to that side as I can, if it's possible.
Good to meet you in person. I watched a few of your videos. I like your delivery.
Yeah, well.
Very, very smooth. Very professional.
Well, it's just do. It's less prep and more just do.
Do is fine.
Do.
Well, the word "what" drives me nuts. I can't stand it when I say it, and I can't stand it when I hear other people say it because I work in sales.
So these is better, right? As long as these, I could say these, but I can't say what.
Well, when people stop and go or what or
Yeah, no, that's the older me, younger me, I should say, would have done that. I've worked past it. Just
Exactly,
pretend it's not happening. I have one of those. Boom. Actually, I'm borrowing that one, but there it is. Obviously, it's quality now. It's a part of that system. Let's make
you have worked past it, and I love that. Super fabulous.
Thank you very much. All right, we are going with Fubar. I got commented on my smooth delivery. That's why the ladies come running. It's so dark here, I can't see anything. There. Pro. Speaker. Didn't plug the power in for this. Where is it? That's you. There you are. Do that. And I could just shits and giggles plug this in.
Okay. So he actually sent me 2 pairs of them. Okay. I think there's something like this.
Of course, I put a loop in this.
People snap the little plastic things on the side that hold the headband are only really made, it seems like, for a few hundred uses, and then they
What do you expect from a $5,000 pair of headphones?
No. They didn't give it me to use. People like to do this thing at meets where they pick up the headphone and they go like they do this accordion.
Well, you have to test it. I mean, how else are you gonna listen to it if it
That's
doesn't?
why
It's gonna fit my head?
It wasn't made for that kind of stress at the meets.
09.
This can hang out here.
And yeah, he just moved the truck. This is, I don't know.
That might be the other one. Did you already download too?
It's 1, 2, 3. This is.
Yes,
And
listens.
there's this. This looks like a stand.
Not needed yet.
I'll have to remember to look and see what
No
he
worries.
said.
Yes, listen. This. Stuff. We've been enjoying them. Let's keep enjoying them here. Actually, I could do that.
This definitely was not going to come unraveled.
Oh, I love it when they wrap them up so that you have to like smash the, just get an axe.
It's more tape than my grandmother used to use to pack.
Okay, 2000Xs. Easy to drive.
Bear with me for 30 seconds.
Here,
Hold on to your chairs for 30 seconds.
1/4" adapter.
Yes.
Here.
To the tattooed bride and turn right. There's a room back in there with 2 restrooms.
Alright.
This.
You must be Steve.
Yes. How you
Jim
doing?
Clark. Nice to meet you.
How you doing?
Good?
Yeah. What's going on? Bring anything good?
Yeah, I brought the EL8s. The ones that I sent you.
Oh yeah. All right.
A couple other.
I gotta remember who I'm talking. I'm sorry. It's just, I have hundreds of names that bounce through my head.
No worries.
Jim Clark. Like I should know that. Pause. What'd you bring? And then you get into the conversation. So yeah, no, thanks a lot for letting me borrow them, man.
Of course, no problem. Yeah, I'm happy. It was cool to see them on YouTube.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, yours were the closed back, right?
Yeah,
They were.
I love them.
They're.
You know what they pair really well with on balance is the DX200. Sounds awesome.
Which
I haven't heard
headphones?
the Odyssey EL8s closed backs.
Yeah, they sound awesome. Super detailed.
You know what? I have the only ones I would probably put over them I have here are the Ether C Flows. If you haven't heard them.
No, I'm actually glad you brought them because I just picked up the Aeon Flow.
Did you? I need to get a set of the Aeons. Open or closed?
Close.
Closed. I need to get a set of those to look at. I want to try the open backs too. Although honestly, Mr. Speakers, he excels at closed backs, and it's sort of like at open backs. So
I couldn't justify the extra grand for the, especially given the reviews
for the for which
for the ethers.
really. I'll stand the open back ones are just like, oh, they're headphones, but the closed back is like it's like he has an ear for just that.
Yeah, and I like a narrower sound stage anyway, so they kind of fit what I like. So I'm going to take a leak. I'll be right back.
Have fun.
I'll be a blast.
Just throw those stacks off the table. Just
I'll put some
boom.
LCD 2s too.
Ah, the 2s or the 2Cs?
2s.
Phasered or non-phasered? Those are the ones.
You've heard
I had them both at the same time actually, the phasered and the non-phasered. Alright, this is for the 660s. So we could, just gonna plug things in basically. I'm worried about things exploding, but I'll worry about things exploding when they explode. Does my homeowner's insurance cover that? Renter's insurance? Plug in all the things. So that's balanced for the 1, 2, 3. How many pairs of headphones do I have here? You're on the floor for some reason? No, you're here. You're on the floor for some reason. Your Ether Cs. I really should pull this mat over. This front mat does not need to be. Laptop. Laptop doesn't care. Headphones will care. Dim sum garden. You're just in case someone wants to hear that. Now this, actually this needs to go, not this, this is just tertiary. This needs to go here. Busha. The retros, if someone wants to hear them. T60s. I got adapters here in case I could plug any other thing into the thing. The thing into the thing. The M1060s. I could probably power. They might even be efficient enough to power them simultaneously on the Origin G2. This is a mess. It's got Okay, let's just power everything on and hope nothing blows up. Page 11. You're an optical and you're set as an amp. Oh damn, I have to set this as an amp or a DAC. Should have set them to both. You on input 1. Okay.
When you do a search, it'll come up with both the titles, and you don't know which one.
One big pile of shit. Specific headphone, specific headphone, specific headphone. Random adapters. Someone else's power cord because I'm a nice person. Really don't want to knock these stacks off the table. Really, really, really don't. Really, like.
Joy? Cheers. You can do something about something, putting some more adult in there a bit.
Just unpacking, basically. T20s could actually power now. Specifically T20s on the basics. See, now I have to concern myself with, okay, if I turn up the, once this is plugged in, the speaker out shouldn't be working, so this shouldn't be working. So this, as soon as I unplug that, then this would throw full power through this and blow it up. You understand? You follow me? Why am I not getting sound is the question.
Well set up already, huh?
How am I feeding you? Oh, because so this has to go to, there it is, DAC functionality. A lot to remember now, because now it's going to be either this out or this out based on this button. I've literally created like an Enigma puzzle. This is great. I mean, this won't work unless this is also such a DAC. Wow. We are going to have fun. Oh, I'm going to have a nightmare time decrypting this the entire day for anyone who wants to hear anything. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna review it for Jack, so.
My agenda is to push split cables. That's my agenda. So now, it's weird, it's playing, but it's not outputting. Okay, now it's working. God, the white stripes are bad.
Reviewing this for John.
Actually got a chance to hear it in the GS 2005.
Crystal Method. Otis Taylor. Some legit Otis Taylor going. God, those 20s sound good when you power them right. So let's test this. Good. Actually, go back. Okay. 1, 2, 6. I'll move this in a bit. Just trying to work my brain around the problems, and there's just nothing but. Okay.
Yes, sir. There you go. Just it. Great. Is that giving up?
It was an interesting buzz sound. Why would they be that? So this buzzes when it's not set to the output. Now it plays fine, clear, no buzz. And that buzzes. Interesting. Okay, that's a new quirk. Doesn't sound like it's going to damage anything, it's just annoying. 2000X. These are actually going in the most reliable source because it's the origin. It's the fucking start of this whole mess. Okay, that works. No one sits at Headfind Meets. Finale stacks. Upside down. Pro. Let's make these go real quick, which is going to involve unplugging this. This and this should be playing at the same time. Way too loud for that. Okay. I was hoping I could run them both simultaneously. Cannot do that. So you. Let's do this. That. That's still going to require you to switch functions. Super weird setup. So now, I was hoping beyond hope, and I reviewed the Quest dial too. Oh no, I haven't reviewed the Quest. I haven't finished the review. So you can't output DAC and amp at the same time. Okay, you go here. You're done. The worst iced tea. Literally the worst. Ugh, horrifying. Now this has to be tested with you. So easily indicated. God damn it. 1, 2. Alrighty.
Are you guys selling these headphones? Sorry? Are you guys selling these headphones? Well, I'm a dealer. I tell them for most of these brands, stacks and these are just demo units though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Are you here for the meet?
No, I'm actually just looking at these on it.
Okay.
You
So now look at Shelly Labs.
It's just yours you're working on.
Well, these are all brands of headphones.
Should be getting. I'll have to switch the switch.
Oh, cool.
Two is the Bluetooth. So 2 is that.
Feel the love, you know what I mean?
This is on. That's coaxial.
Among headphones?
Coaxial's here.
It really depends on like how many other dealers there are for certain brands, but these are really popular right now. The new Sennheiser HC60PS, these are for 500. New Hi-Fi Sonara, which are I think also 500.
That's it.
And then at the top end, these are the stacks SR09 in Japan. These are about 4,000.
That's it.
So.
Okay.
I thought I was going to break the bank.
It's quality though.
Wow.
These are
Just lolling
these are
all day.
These are made in California. These are
Why am I not getting a connection from this? Why are you not outputting from the DAC? What is your point?
3,000 or so.
Tell me you only output coaxial when you input coaxial.
What's with the tube?
That's for this amplifier that we build. This is for the Stax headphones. So the Stax headphones, this amp outputs up to 1,800 volts peak to peak.
Okay.
And these headphones.
I have to do some research because this isn't working.
And so that's tubes are high voltage devices, so they're ideally suited for driving the headphones directly. You don't need any kind of output transformers or anything.
And I have no way of. Actually, I do have a way of testing. Plug this into here.
Crazy stuff.
Flip this. And that does indeed power this or feed this, so this is working. It's a bad way to do it, but it does work. See, this is why you have to test things at night before you come here, because now I've got this not doing anything because the coaxial won't feed out of this, apparently.
That's actually why I got into the business. Was because I didn't want to pay full price, and I started building something myself, and then just went from there. Became a dealer.
Interesting.
So anything that I use personally, before the more stuff I sell it.
I mean, I'm just an old man, so I'm out of the loop for my son.
Yeah.
We're upstairs working right now.
Yeah, the headphone thing has really taken off the past few years.
Yeah.
I think what a lot of it is that people used to spend $20 on a CD, and now they're not. And so
No one spent $20 on CDs.
money a little bit.
Ever.
Yeah, not only that, like I know that he's like,
Okay.
24/7 on the computer, and he's playing,
This here, barely on. They're just fucking stacks. Who cares?
Yeah, and especially in places like Japan, the headphone stuff is just huge. People live in small apartments, they don't have speakers.
Right.
So yeah.
60s.
Most of our sales are actually go overseas these days.
Hey, maybe I can spackle something for a headphone.
Talk to Lee about that.
Cheap fun. Okay. I think we're set up. Just haven't hooked up any of these, which we really.
Is your setup?
Yep. Yeah, headamp.com.
Oh, nice.
Build the Blue Hawaii and GSX and the Gilmore Light, and then we're dealers for all these brands, stacks, and
Oh, wow. That's a nice setup.
That's probably the best output I've got here to this. But nothing serves up to it. Just nothing serves up to it. Because I'm bad. Because he is bad. think we're done. I think we're done. Christmas music is playing. Oh God. Very silent, very somber, yeah, this view. Okay, 1, 2. That's someone else's. Mine, auxiliary, mine. Okay. Let's walk around. This we've seen. Hi-fi player. I'm pointing and saying things.
That's a HM901. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Want to talk about it?
I can. Can I promote myself on your channel?
Go. Feel free. I'm going to promoting myself all the time.
Cool. Well, Zeus, it's good to meet you.
Zeus.
Zeus.
I got to meet everyone in person. Zeus. Like the god of, I don't think it's a god thing, but whatever.
No,
this is all your setup?
Yeah.
All right, go on.
So I am a M. Shanae of Hi-Fi in the Low Light. It's all mostly modded portables. This is the Ellipson G1 driver. So 11 Acoustica builds the driver, and then you buy the cups separate, the pads, the headband, everything. That one was $300. This is the same, except it's the Nahord Red. So they're in the Grado style, and they're like an homage to Grado, but they're obviously do-it-yourself.
Except for this plastic bit that we all hate.
Yes. Well, these are nicer.
Those are beautiful.
Still gimbals, but the headband is junk.
So you got to pick either the headband is junk or the plastic
you
brace.
Get whatever you want. So this is a Turbulent Lads headband, and then you can buy the metal gimbal.
Interesting.
Assembly yourself.
Because I have a set of GS1000s, and I'd love to not have to deal with that when it breaks.
Yeah.
It's gonna break. I'm just waiting. I use them like 3 times. Like.
Modded Wabi Sabi headphones will probably pull the cups off of the gimbals and install the stainless steel hardware.
I want to do detachable wires too. I promised my live stream that I would do it on stream, but it's such a pain. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yep, those are the RFs, which these came pre.
Are the drivers glued in to the wood cups?
They're not. They're pressed.
Oh,
hand pressed.
That's good. I guess that's good. Better for removal. I know they're glued in the Grado.
They are.
It's just like, oh, I want to. Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty much gonna have to get a knife and just destroy my headphones. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So what's this AKG?
That's the 240 Sextet.
Those are an old set.
Yes, the 70s. The velours are not stock. Then we cabled it to silver.
I would not want a 70s set of velours that were stock. They'd been around too long.
Well, they were originally leather, and I didn't like how the leather sounded, so I scrapped it.
Well, pad swapping is the way. I should have brought my whole drawer of pads. Would have been so much fun. Then we've got what's that?
That's a modded Audio-Technica ES10. So Bill P of Head-Fi or Supervet's Audio Friends, wherever you know him, custom dampened it twice now. I think the cups are Cocobolo, and then it's removable wires, which I just got that done. So it's an OFC copper cable. Then I have it driven by the head at Pico Power and my HM901.
Cute. And the HXXs, or the 4XXs, which I love. Review's not out yet, but yeah, they're gonna get a high. I actually wore them outside because they fit so nicely. You don't look like when you have like this happening, you can't go out with that. Yeah. But those actually
they're very urban. I love it.
And I was happy when Hi-Fi moved off of that style to the new one. Then I started realizing the new one's not really
crummy.
Yeah, the metal, and then there's just like it's smaller and compact.
The V1 HEX was a nightmare. I reviewed it. It fell apart on me. It's atrocious.
Yeah, well.
So their new stuff is going back to that.
I'd prefer it as long as these don't shatter, because that was the big thing. Was those shattered from just being plastic in there?
Yeah, I think Mastercraft really nailed it with the plastic, but I love it. I got to review those before they hit the market, and then I sent them back, and then 2 months later, I'm like, you know what, I need to have them.
They're so cheap. They're so cheap.
That's exactly it.
It's like I have planers. I don't need those, but I can leave them in my car. I'll just leave them in my car in case I need the headphones. They're in my car.
I leave my Porta Pros in my car. It's in a box under my seat.
I used to keep my Brainwaves HM5s in my car, but then I realized that that's dumb. I'm never going to pull them out to wear them. But something like portable, I would wear those portably.
Well, the Porta Pros look ridiculous, but they're super lightweight and they cost.
Have you tried the KSC 75s? The little ear clip-on ones? Should have brought those. Those things are insanely good.
That's what everybody tells me. And
I was laughing at it. $20, and I know the Porta Pros are good. Like the Porta. So imagine Porta Pros you clip on your ears, and then they disappear. Like the Porta Pros, you still feel them. They squeeze, and they feel like you're wearing. You don't even feel the 75s. They're like eye signs, but without the equalization issue. Your laptop's broken. I did it. Probably my fault.
No, it's I don't know why I plugged into the power and all of a sudden it went completely nuts.
Oh, it's fine. I'm gonna keep walking around while you fix that. Unless you have anything else to say about all this other stuff. Oh, the Bursted. I have the Bursted plated review.
Me too.
It's cute.
I have the Vivids in there now.
You know what I miss though? I don't have a computer with a 5 1/4 that I could actually install that.
I do, but
But you won't.
I won't. No.
Like me 10 years ago, that's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, 10 years ago that would have been the
I was just at MagFest, the Music and Gaming Festival down in Maryland, and that would have gone over, and because everyone there is huge computer towers, all red, green, and blue. Just, oh my god.
That's the point. That was the audience that Burson wanted to target.
Well, hopefully I can touch them a little bit, because I wish I had my original Zeos Pantera tower, because that would just slide in there and be like, ooh. Only thing I miss is it needs an optical input, just so I could avoid all USB bullshit. But
I don't like optical.
You don't like optical? That's all I run everything on optical.
Coaxial. I went coaxial.
Oh, well, that's now we're just getting pedantic. I just hate USB drivers.
I do too. I hate them too.
So yeah, but why coaxial over optical?
Every DAC is different. So I have the shitted tier, and I noticed an improvement into my NFB 10 ES2. The LDAC does
versus fiber versus coaxial. You hear the difference. Just the way that the input board's going down?
Well, my understanding with optical is still processed by the sending device.
Well, it's delivering it in whatever bit rate and whatever you're handing it to it. I know people complain about the clocks being off, and oh my god, the jitter is going to happen with insane jitter.
Every DAC is different. My NFB 10 ES2 sounds like garbage with optical. The LDAC sounds great with optical. Optical USB, there's...
Now you have the LDAC. Ooh.
I thought there was a small difference between the two, but out of the iRiver,
I mean, I would need to get my friend who's a full electrical engineer to just get his oscilloscope out and tell me if it's different. Plug this in. Give me the numbers, because DACs will tell you numbers. Don't have to rely on my hearing for that. Just give me the numbers on the DAC. Then the amp, then that's where you'd start, okay, the hearing sort of matters.
I think the other difference is it's not optical is better than coax, it's how it's implemented in the DAC. Some do better than others, I find.
Well, you know what it is? Coaxial also doesn't exist on a lot of things. A lot of the stuff I have doesn't even take coaxial. So right now on my review desk, I've got a 5-way optical splitter, because it's optical, and every single thing, and an extra one can just be, okay, it's this.
Yeah, I like the simplicity. I have a UCA 202 that will do USB class 1 out of anything and optical into anything.
Yeah, it's only 16-bit though, so I started my career with the UCA 202, and then I moved on. I now have literally I have a Mica Origane G2 there. Just all its job is USB in, fiber optic out, 24-bit. I have it set to 192, but most of the stuff's probably not.
What's the cost on it?
$110. And it's got a headphone amp in it I'm running my 2000Xs off of it right now.
It's not bad.
It's like and it's got the volume knob on top, and it's perfect little unit, because it's a rebranded Sibasonic that Micah took, and they did all their stuff to it. And they finally had the changeover. It doesn't support DSD anymore because the chip manufacturer wasn't getting signed by Microsoft. So their last batch of the Origin Plus, which was $100, just no one could install the drivers unless you went through like a 14-step process to get around driver signing.
And I'm with you. I hate driver signing.
Oh, so they literally said, all right, screw it. No DSD, No, I think it's still 32-bit, but they don't need 32-bit. I don't need 32-bit. No one should need 32-bit right now. Is that an Eneloop battery on the floor? Everyone needs. Oh my God, there's a battery warehouse over there. But dude, that is old school as hell.
It's an H140. Do you know the history behind iRiver?
I mean, I remember looking for like a player back in the day, and I'm pretty sure this is one of them that popped up. Old school rock box too.
Yep.
So the screen is extra tiny.
I only use it as an optical out and into anything. It's only purpose.
Oh, it's got optical?
Yeah, it's optical out.
Oh, adorable.
Right? It's 74. I take it everywhere. That's exactly what
Perfect.
it does.
Everything needs optical out. It's my rule. Everything needs honestly, all the equipment I have, the only unit that has USB in and optical out is the Origin. And I brought the Quest Style 400i, and it has a coaxial digital out that I plan to use, but I can't get it to output to my another DAC. I was gonna have a daisy chain to another DAC, and it just isn't going. So I'm not sure I'm not sure if it needs coaxial in to then have a coaxial out, or if it won't convert USB or SPDIF to coaxial out. It's just a pain in the ass. So now I'm down a DAC, and I don't want to be. All right, let me walk around and see what the sandwiches look like. Oh. Wonderful.
I hear you. I'm looking at just trying to get myself an HD 800 app or HD 100 S. And then I'm like, calling it quits after that. We all say until the next great idea comes from the plate. Yeah, exactly.
I'm proud of these monoprice cables being plugged into the sets. No, I'm all for that. That satisfies me entirely. Although I didn't bring any monoprice.
Dude, it's just copper. That's
It's just, thank you. Hi. I checked the handle. See, that's it. It's just copper.
I'm with you on that. My ears will not be able to hear that .00000.
All I care about is it going to break? Is it going to break? Then I'm not buying it.
Exactly.
Hey, that's Lee's MacBook Pro.
Yes, it is.
Now, something like I can see in terms of the headphone itself, this is the thing that's making the end result making the sound.
That's the warm spot. Oh my.
Yeah.
I left both of those at home. That's a turntable here. Ether C flows.
That's why people buy beats and bows.
LC2s. It has to be what's his name's. Little warmth. Use AB switch to. Oh, I may have to do that on my. And you know how long mine would have to be? It'd be 45 goddamn things.
Top end is up. You got that.
If you're used to LCD2s, then it's probably not that bad for you.
What are those?
I believe he said they were like there's studio headphones. That,
Well, I mean,
like I don't know.
Czechoslovak. I mean, I kind of want to like yell and scream, but they're got purple, and I love purple, so the pads don't look like something I'd want to wear, but I haven't.
No, they don't seal.
I mean, I'm
uncomfortable
just.
to wear,
I kind of want to. Like, I don't know what those are. I know
They
lots
don't
of
isolate
things.
at all.
Well, they look like they're open. Are they
They're
closed?
closed. They're closed back, but they don't isolate at all. Like put
That's
them
super
on, and
weird.
I can hear everything that's going on.
C's. I think that was on Kickstarter
Yeah.
for a lot of money.
He said it was shit.
It's I looked at it for like approximately 33 seconds and went, no.
Yeah.
Visos.
Yeah. They're good.
400s?
Yes.
400s with who made the cable? That's
Best in the verse.
best in the verse. I have the exact same cable. No, I have it with a split red and blue on either side. Cam Pro. Oh, look at the little E10K showed up.
E10. Not K.
Oh my God! It brought the vintage. You got to put that as vintage then. I don't even know where mine is. Actually, I think I sold mine to my friend, the K. Interesting.
Look familiar?
Those look familiar. I scratched my name into all of them. Somewhere over here.
The pads you tried to rip off.
Oh my God. Do they actually come off?
They don't. They're permanently.
They're
glued.
permanent.
Yeah.
They're fucking permanent. Just
Yep.
fuck you.
Well, you can rip them off.
The pads?
The pads on the EL8s.
They're changeable. You can change them, but you might destroy them trying to take them off because they're double-sided.
You better have new pads when you go to take those
It's
pads
kind of
off.
like the Mr. Speakers in that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, which Mr. Speakers do that?
I think all of them. Any
The-
of these do.
Well, no, I changed the pads on my ethers. That's why you pay the extra $1,000.
Oh, okay.
So the pads come off.
The ethers actually pop off.
Oh yeah, the ethers just come off. Like
Those, I think those ones are good.
I've actually changed them out of my ether C-Flows. I put the Brainwaves XL pads, the big sheepskins. I wasn't ever going to change the pads on the ethers because they were so comfortable. But then these showed up and I'm like, ha 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 ha. So I have them over there.
These things are just a little too thin for me.
What? You're the owner? Because I knew you'd be the owner. Because you're the only one with the beard long enough here to tell me what those are.
Those are Avanton Pro. They're made by a company that does equipment for recording studios.
American company?
Italian.
That explains the color scheme. Because I was like, that is way too fashionable.
Yep.
With
The
the
speakers are this color also.
They make speakers?
Yep.
Now you have my attention.
Okay.
What do those run?
$199 freight included.
I was like, can I pick these up? Are they thousands of dollars? No, I think I could afford real metal. All right. The cream is sort of weirded me out. What's this switch for? What is this CS&M?
Since it's used in studio use, one of those positions gives you a mono blend. Channel balance.
Nice.
And the other switch position gives you just mid-range without the highs and the lows, so you can mix in singers.
Wow,
into an
that's
to an instrumental mix.
I almost wouldn't trust that on a $199 pair of headphones. Is the only thing I would say.
Well, the nice thing is these look to be identical cups. You could take out this and this
And just balance
and
them.
make something like this and have balanced headphones. You know,
May I?
yeah, oh, certainly. Here's the volume right here. Remember, it's
Is something playing? Because nothing's playing. So I want to not blow up. Before things blow up.
okay, there we go. Remember, it's a 60-year-old recording.
They'll tell you the same, and be in the same way.
Well, there's mono.
So
I really gotta say though, I'm impressed with those for $100. Really,
Very little difference when you cut out the.
I'll only make sure I got the price
so few
right.
people have the source material.
And if it's $150,
Welcome.
$200.
You know, these do a decent job of isolating. I think I'd be okay with. I mean, if you're just using the NADs, those things really were like shooting muffs. But
Yeah,
these,
these things isolate a lot better.
oh, those are like one of the very first. Actually, I reviewed the older set of these. Did they get smaller or did I get bigger? I feel like these things were much bigger headphones.
Estimate owns
5 years ago. The pair I reviewed shook around like it was an old dog. These actually have solidity to them. I may have to buy a set of these to. I have to now research those. I'm sure I look ridiculous.
from Sweetwater.
Sweetwater? I may have a contact at Sweetwater now, so I'll be take a picture of what they are. I mean, I don't think I'll forget them, but
Just got them on Friday.
yeah.
When I got them, these were. This is just an Allen screw, so you just tighten.
And that doesn't fold. I wanted to. No, it just is there and up and down. They are ridiculous.
Is the screw to tighten the friction on that?
Yeah, it's just a set
Yeah.
screw, 2 set screws.
I actually could let you borrow the. I have an extra pair of the pads on another set of headphones if
I
you
don't
want
know
to.
how to do this work. I never worked with it.
I mean, it would literally just. It's just. You get to the edge and it comes off. There's just a slot in there, and then you just have to work it in. Depending on how nicely it wants to let you, like, get it into that slot, it'll eventually reseat. It just is going to be Italian, is what it's going to be.
Well, if I loosen the screws on the back, I might.
No, I wouldn't bother with that.
Okay.
But of course, now I've got to go and get this back in because that's exactly how they come off.
Okay. No, I
Is that a common thing for Italian headphones, or?
I don't honestly. Have I ever heard an Italian set of headphones? Is the question. There they go. They're working them back down now. You know, it'll just pop off, and then you just got to get the new ones on, so it might just be a pain in the ass.
Something to try in the future. Something nice to work on.
Yeah, it's just a little tight.
I just got a little frustrated looking at the prices. And I saw these things. I saw $199.
You know what? I've been doing this for 5 years, and I've never seen or heard that. I mean, maybe I've heard the name, maybe in passing, but I've never actually. I would remember those if I saw them.
Of course. It's
How could you not?
with that color
They're certainly loud enough.
Yeah, really.
Visually.
I mean, purple and cream is coming back. I mean, from.
Was it ever in?
I'm pretty sure in like the Middle Ages they had like grapes and cream. So there you go. That's the only thing I can think of.
Actually, like purple was royal. Cream, I guess, is just completely undyed.
People were that color. People were that color in Europe in 1630, and then they wore purple dresses. That's literally it. Now those things are ridiculous, and they weigh nothing.
Yeah, it's super light.
It's like, oh, I think I have headphones.
You want go for it?
Not right now. In a minute. I'm sweating on everyone else's headphones.
Yeah, sure.
Believes. Another CMA 400i. I wonder if his spit of outputs. I need one of these. Give me. Actually, it's not balanced. You'd have to run balance. He's running the balance. There it goes. Jeez. Jeez.
Yeah, she was there at the house just for a couple minutes. She came in and chatted a little bit when I was down there shooting in Charlottesville.
Yeah, I have the puppy. When you met him, he was.
Yes, he was he had just gotten him like a couple weeks before.
How old is he now? 4 years old?
3.5.
Yep, that was fun. I love your dog.
I've got 3 dogs. One of them's on her way. You know, she's going to be 15, and we think she's got a brain to.
All right, I'll come back when it's more happening.
Don't cost very much for them to make.
Yeah, oh, look at these beautiful. No, they're just whatever. They're pretty, but that's about it. Yeah, Kimber just throws cables at companies.
Yeah.
It's copper shielding, probably protecting gold and uranium.
Just hold it a little bit.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Marcel. Oh, God.
I know.
The sound quality increase is going to be exponential. Anyway, I'm done. We're packed up. It got real dead in here at the end, but there's still some sandwich stuff, so I gotta hurry. Thank you for watching. Apparently, the last video I took at the actual meet didn't even get recorded, which is confusing. So I'll give you the rundown and sit rep. Those meets are always way too short, it feels like. I mean, it started at 11 and ended at 5. That's 6 hours. I got there before 11. I got there like 10:20, and I left like 15 minutes after 5, and it was cleared out for like 2 hours. I was like the last person to leave, which is strange. I would imagine if you're coming for one of those, you just stay all day. I mean, it's a Sunday. This system worked great. Things I would change. I would not try to, like, it was great. Oh, look at my 8 headphones, but this case weighs nothing with 8 headphones in it. And this case weighs about 60 fucking pounds with the everything in it. So what I would have probably done is I would have taken these 4 out, put one of my heavy items, probably the Big Emotiva amp, in here, and taken those 4 light things and put them either on the ends or in the middle, so that it was just a little bit more balanced. Because it was like, oh, I'm going to walk up the steps with this light case, and fuck! As far as the equipment goes and how everything search for long range comms, the Quest tile let me down because I just couldn't. I can't blame the Quest tile yet, because the Geshelli Labs DAC I've never actually used with a coaxial digital input. Maybe the Geshelli Labs DAC's not working. So I need to find another source of coaxial. I think I could use the FIO player. One of the portable FIOs will do that. And then I could check to see if it's the Geshelli Labs. And if it's the Geshelli Labs, then that's that. But I spent all day downloading the goddamn fucking manual for the Quest dial because I couldn't find it, and it was on my phone and the service was bad. And I eventually found it and didn't say anything about that coaxial output except that it's a SPDIF output. So it should have been working. So I didn't get to use the Geshelli Labs. I didn't get to use my fucking Bluetooth bridge. Hell, I didn't even get to use the head amp. But I did get to show off all my beautiful cables. Cheap, reliable patch cables. Ooh, look at this. You don't belong in here. Peasant cable. Oh, I love the colors. I got one more of these. It's orange. And I'm not sure what I'm doing with that yet. Anyway, so now that I'm back, and it's the next day, because I came home and went, oh, I was gifted this tube. Mauricio, the guy who loans me the Sonys, who I have his turntable, is getting into tubes, and he's like, here, I have a gift for you. And I'm like, well, what's this? And it's one of those tubes. God damn it. Can I even open this up? It's one of those tubes with a grounding pole on the top of it, which I have to wire separately. So that's for my dark voice. So that'll give me a reason to play with the tubes in a dark voice. And it was interesting that I had to give the head amp representative a set of RCA cables. And I gave him this. And it probably would have been better if I gave him the RCA cables from Periapt, because they're a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. And nicer. And I'm going to... I got to write an email to him, and I got to make sure I tell him, please just put some thread locker on this. I hate when that shit unscrews. That goes down there. And, yeah. Yeah, I think I think everything else went pretty well. I moved my 007s, by the way. Not my moved my L700s, literally, to the table behind me, which was the head amp setup, which means the Blue Hawaii was there. And I just unplugged the 007s, because who fucking cares? And I plugged my L700s in, and I plugged in the fucking 00900s, because there was a bunch of people coming to listen to the Blue Hawaii, the brand new Blue Hawaii. So I just put my stacks there. And then as people listened, when they were leaving, I polled them, hey, what'd you think about those stacks? And they're like, which ones did you like, the round ones on it? Some people there just didn't know what was going on. Like, would you like the round ones or the square ones? And everybody said the square ones. Because the L700s are better than the 009s. And I don't give a fuck what anyone... 009s sound like headphones still. And they just don't. They don't do it for me. 009s don't do it for me. Those are still the best stacks. And now I have to unpack all this. And then I'm going for Chinese food. Because I think I deserve it. I've earned that. Oh, and these things. The fucking balance. People were like, what's this? People don't know. I mean, people there have like thousands of dollars to just throw away. So when I put a $16 set of headphones on them, and they asked me how much of the mods cost, I'm like, I don't know, $50. Pads and a wire thing. So there you go. There you go. So yeah, now I got to charge everything else for streaming, and yeah, that's what I would have changed. I would have balanced the cases better. Heavy thing there, and then light things, and then here's what I'm gonna do for next time. Because I mean, these things happen more than once. There's gonna be one in New York, a Head-Fi meet. It's a bigger one. This one was actually not as crowded as I thought, but we still almost ran out of food. And I'm probably gonna build. See, I bought that 8-way Tascam headphone amplifier, and I would just unscrew that from my rack and take it. Except my laptop's on there, my figurines, and I have to. That's my laptop for reviews, so I have to put a shelf in so it can hold it, so I can pull it out. And the thing is, it's not balanced, and I like running a lot of this shit balanced, so I'd probably end up building on a stream after consulting with people a distribution box or panel. It'll be vertical, it won't be horizontal, and it'll just have. I want to be able to plug all of these headphone wires I've made into it, so it'll have a ton of mono 1/4 inch. Obviously the panel is going to have to be like carbon fiber. Should I use the vetters? Just drill holes in the vetters. It's because guys can't conduct electricity. So I'm going to be able to plug in. I want to be able to plug in all my headphones and have literally a button and a volume knob and 1 amp. See, that's the thing. I got to figure out how to do that with 1 amp. Because I mean, I want to be able to play 1 or 2 headphones at the same time, and then they have their own little volume pots, just to control them. And even if it costs me $200, $300 to build it, I'll write it off as a Patreon fucking expenditure, and it'll make a cool video. Because I'm so tired of going to these shows, and then I couldn't even figure out how to make my shit work. I was like, hold on, wait, where are you plugged into? All right, no, the Quest dial needs to be set to DAC, and then this and this work. But if you want to hear from the front, then it has to be set to amp. But make sure you lower that volume on the thing, or else then don't unplug. I had to unplug things. I hate unplugging things. So yeah, I'd probably build. It'll be a weird. It could be a box. I mean, I got to weigh it with like sand or something, so you don't knock it over. But I want to have 1/4-inch monos for left and right for all my built cables. I'll probably do like 6 of those, even though I don't have that many. And then I'd want at least 4 4-pole XLRs just to plug in, and then I'd probably put some single-ended, maybe another 4 single-ended, so you could just pick and choose. I want this one. I want this one. You flip a switch. Probably flip a switch on or off with a little. Could I put a light? Putting a light would be useful, but I don't know how I'd do that. I'd have to run 12 volt to the board and put an LED, and then the switch would have to have. I couldn't add the power. The switch to make the switch clean is going to be throwing off. I don't know. There'll be thought put into it. It's not super high priority, but it would be nice if like all the headphones on my shelf were just like ready to go. Because I know there's a whole process of taking them off. You know, plug the wire and place it into the thing. Play them on your head. Good. Oh. We also got, at the very end, there was just a couple of us there. It was like 3 or 4 people. And I was getting into a semi-argument about vinyl. Oh my God. And I'm not a huge vinyl fan. This guy was like a super analog fanboy. But he seemed like a reasonable human being. Let's start with that. But then he started talking about high mass tone arms and low mass tone arms and how they all make a difference. And I'm just like, yeah, but difference doesn't equal better. It just makes a difference. So the less you know about something, the happier you are in it. And he says, yeah, he can't even like enjoy anything anymore. It's just fucking nightmare fuel. So I'm just like, oh God, vinyl. Oh God, vinyl. So yeah, Head-Fi meetup was good. I like them. It's not as stuffy an atmosphere as you'd think. It's just people there who want to listen to other people's stuff, and you want to hear other people's stuff, and you want to show off your gear, and they want to show off their gear, and everyone's happy. Everyone's happy in the sandwiches. I drank too much soda, and it probably gave me a headache. I'm done. I want Chinese food now. So, see you next time.